Welcome again to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This will start with us following old Father, what's his name here, Godwin, to the church to preach a sermon. And it actually seems like we're still a little bit pissed here because Henry's just swaying left to right slightly, like a boat on a mild sea.
Never show up. The swill pup.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas.
Still a bit drunk.
Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where by the grace of God was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Oh, this could be fun.
Curious which one of them will puke first.
Right. Begin the sermon modest. Start a modest sermon. Begin the sermon confidently.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
Oh, we've got to choose quickly here. It is not man, but God.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone.
Okay. Let's go with modestly here.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Yeah. Shame. Shame. Shame.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Whipping them up, Henry. Let's go with modestly or wordily. We'll try wordily.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Okay.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Good work, Henry. Solid. He's happy with himself.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that hus.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin,
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pious. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
So, Ledechko, I think, is where we're headed. Pretty sure I'm not wearing anything, so let's put some clothes on. And we better arm our sword and a bow, and we've got a few of those. Drinking, I can upgrade. What have we got? Beer bibber, 50% weaker beer, so I can drink beer longer. 25% less handshake when drunk, but oh wait, but worse. No, I don't want that one. I'll go with beer bibber, I think. Do we have any other we can allocate? Nope. There we go. So we are off to Neuhof. I've probably got some stuff I need to sell. I have no idea where my horse is. There's the horse. I've just seen it. And it also looks like I'm hungry.
I feel quite hungry.
Good timing. So let's eat some food then. We will eat one of those. Nourishment is quite low. 61 nourishment. Dried meat. 67, gosh. I might have to cook some of this meat I've got here. So I'll pop indoors. See if I can do some cooking. Here we go. Cook item. Hare meat. And I'll eat a couple of them here. What? I've got another 25 which I didn't cook. Maybe you can only cook 25 at a time. Let's just check here. 27 hare meat. Food. Oh, that's good. That takes off a lot of nourishment. I'll try and sell the remaining hare meat. Well, a portion of it anyway. To the innkeeper. I'd like to trade. Now I'll sell 25 of these. He's got quite a lot of money. He's got 245 cash. Oh, I can sell all of them. What else can I sell to this guy? Nothing. I'll take a couple of those back because I just don't think... I think I need to keep a couple to eat myself.
Are you serious?
Us and the church dignitaries, but do they heed the word? Those bloated bellies, they fleece you of your last groschen. They would have you slave for them till
I need to find a trader because I think I've got some stuff that I probably need to sell. No, not horse. My inventory. No, I've got nothing I need to sell. I do need a wash. Okay, I need a wash. So we'll go look for a trough. There's a trough there and there's a trough here. Well, that didn't take too long. A lot of people shouting back in that direction. So we've got to head down to Ledechko. I'm just going to get away from these guys who are shouting. Ledechko is down to the southwest. But I think on the way we can probably actually go via Neuhof because that's actually a bit of a mission getting through all those woods. Whereas the path down to Rete rather is actually not too difficult. So it'll probably take us about the same amount of time to get to Rete as it would Ledechko. And then one thing I'd really like to do is see if I can now improve my bow. It may be now that I can go for a better bow. I've got skill of 6 and my strength now is 7. But they're being held back a bit by the fact that I'm a little bit drunk. So I think I may be able to get a better bow.
Garlic, delicious, juicy cabbage, the freshest you can get.
So we'll head to Rattay. And we'll keep our eyes out for anything we might be able to hunt on the way. I'm not going to explicitly go hunting, but we'll just keep the eyes open. Skirt along the edge of the woods and whatnot. There's actually a little hut here, which I hadn't seen before, I don't think. Okay, it doesn't serve any purpose that I can see, any current purpose anyway. Camp. Oh, it's a woodland garden. Okay, I don't see any crops growing here that we could harvest. So, trotting through the forest here. I've seen white deer. This incredibly skittish white deer. Pretty sure they're going to be too far away for me to hunt. That one there's not moving though. I wonder if I can get a bow shot on him. He's a long way away. That is an incredible distance. Let's try something like... Oh no, there's no chance of that shot. These guys here are bounding past. And... I'm not sure if they've been spooked or if they're just running about. That one there has definitely not been spooked, so I'm going to try and get a bow on this one. It's very difficult though. Oh, I hit him, I think. I may have hit him. That wasn't a bad shot. Oh, there's a bunny here. Right next to me. Goodness, that was a bit of a high shot. Okay, those deer are still over there. I'm a lot closer to this one now. Just missed behind him there. He's going to go behind this tree in a second. I have to just... Quite close to this guy. This is about as close as you can get to these deer. These roe deer. Whoopsie. Let's try another one. Dead. Dead deer. Okay, we'll take that. So I'm over encumbered. We'll head back up to the horse and drop off what we've got here. A lot of sage on the ground. So, she'll continue now. In fact, I'm going to put some stuff in the horse. Transfer some stuff over to the horse here, because we've just picked up a lot of... 3 hides, a couple more hides from there, and we should have a whole lot of meat. Yeah. So I'll transfer as much of that over as I can. Good. Okay, there's a rabbit. Let's see if I can get this rabbit from the horse. Oh, that was close. Oh, that's hard. A bit too difficult. Okay. I should jump off here because there's a rabbit, another rabbit right there. Or is that the same one? Who knows? But we'll try and hit him. Blimey. Either side, there's another rabbit just behind this one. Two rabbits. Okay, why is he not reacting? Is that a dead rabbit? Nope. Right, let's pick up some of these arrows that I splayed around the forest floor. And there's probably a couple more over here too that I've just launched all over the place, although they're going to be hard to see, aren't they? Okay, no, I can't see them. Right, there's another rabbit. There's this other one here. He's very close. Look at that, right there. Hunting, new perk. That's what we want, isn't it? Let's check this perk. Skills, hunting. Okay, we've got butcher. We can get offal, huntsman. We cause more damage, wild at heart. Animals will be less skittish. That's the one I want. Less skittish. Perfect. That will hopefully make life a lot easier. I'm a bit concerned about gathering too much stuff because of the weight penalties. I don't really want to carry... Oh, look. Look, look, look. Deer. Wow. Weapons. 16 of these arrows left still. That's okay then. Hunting from a horse, not the easiest thing I've ever done. This is the old hunting camp from when I was with what's his name. Okay, I'm going to get off the horse here. See if I can take down one of these deer. I think it should be worthwhile trying to get one. It's a terrible shot. Okay, that deer has a arrow sticking out of its bum. I will run out of arrows at this rate. Yeah. Let's go pick up a few of these ones that I've just lobbed all over the place. Firing down onto the animals is really difficult, I've found. When you're above them, it's not so bad. Oh, sorry, when you're below them, firing up. But firing down I find very difficult. Okay, I'll just grab a couple here. See, that might be an easier shot up the hill, you see. Yes, it was. Gonna end up spending my whole day here. Chasing these deer around. Okay, that one's not coming any closer. Come on. Let's go. It's a bit difficult. See a bit of a better view here. I'm able to get much closer to these deer now since that perk. It really has made a difference. I just can't get my shots on. Not sure if that arrow landed or whether it hit the... Okay, there's a dead deer. So, another deer. Bit more of a successful hunt this one than some of the previous ones. Got the cooking facilities here too, so I'm going to cook some of this meat that I've got. It did not restock. Cook item. Seems to cook only a few at a time. I've got 120 of these. Good. 120 of those meats. It's a significant amount. Cooked red deer, transfer to horse. Horse can't carry anymore. Okay, so horse, what have you got? Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to drop all the hare meat. So let's take you and you. And then what I'll do is I'll go over here and I'll drop the hare meat that I've got into the box over here. I guess I can always come back for it later. My inventory. Food, cooked hare meat. Right, you can move. Ah, no, that was bad. I'm at 150 carry weight. That's a lot. Cook the remaining roe deer meat that I've got. Okay, good. Back to the horse. Try and transfer some more of this stuff over. Really? Horse won't take any more. Why is the horse... okay, horse has got a couple of weapons and the pelts. So we're not in a good position at the moment. I think those weapons are probably pointless because they're not worth anything. Yeah, they're worth stuff all. Let's take those weapons. And then I'll store as much of my meat as I can on the horse. That's better. The weapons take up a lot of... Ah! Okay, we're both fine now. That was weird. The weapons seem to take up a lot of weight, but they aren't worth much. I have to jiggle the inventory around a bit there just to get everything to fit. Oops, I missed the bridge. There's the old charcoal burners up ahead, I believe. Yep. We'll get past these guys. In fact, we can probably go through the woods here. Deer hunting spot. I'm not going to do any of. There was a lot of deer there. pick a perk for the horse as well. That's pretty cool. Horsemanship. Right, player. Skills. Horsemanship. What have we got? Dread steed. Run faster when wounded. Extremely skittish in storms, but will shy less in other weather. 15% damage bonus in mounted combat. Won't shy at foes. I like that one. Damage bonus in mounted combat. That sounds good, because I do like to use the weapons while I'm mounted quite a bit. Okay, we basically should be on a straight southerly heading here towards... that's actually taking me towards Ledechko. I don't really want to go to Ledechko yet. Oh dear. White deer. Oh man. Roe deer. Okay, I'm going to turn this way. We will head to Ledechko eventually, but I'm just taking the path via Rattay to get there, because I want to go into Rattay and stock up on all sorts of stuff, including a new bow if I can get one. And it may be time for me to consider a new sword, because the one I have is old. And I wonder if I should try and refit the horse and Neuhof at the stud. So that's really close now. Right, I think we're in Neuhof. Now the stud is where those murders occurred. Okay, horse. Alright. Yeah, here's the stud up here. Let's see. See if I can refit Pebbles. Put the bow away.
Well,
who runs this place?
Welcome, Henry.
Haha! A fine saddle. Military horseshoes. Noble saddle. Right, let's get a new bridle. Add to basket. We'll get military horseshoes. Oh, 1.4k. Jeez. This stuff's really expensive. Take the fine saddle. We'll go with some spurs. Plain riding spurs, I think. I want two, or do I just want one? I don't know, one. I don't know if I want a caparison. Actually, I don't think I want one of those. I quite like just having... Oh, these things all do actually upgrade the... Okay, then I'll sell... Can sell that. And I can sell the axe. Okay. It's going to cost me 1.1k and I've got 3.3. So this is actually going to be quite an expensive sale. But that's good. Finally getting some use out of some of this cash. Now, let's have a look at Pebbles. I want to transfer this. Oh, that's equipped on me. Move to horse. Okay, horse can't carry anymore. Horse, give me that. And that. And give me that. Then my inventory, move that to the horse, move that to the horse. Equip. I shall take those 2 items and sell them. This is quite cool. Right, sell. The 3 pelts here that are not stolen. That hide. And those 2 horse items. Good. That was a pretty profitable little exercise. So we've now got this new fine saddle with nice saddlebags, which is, I think, going to significantly improve the carry weight of pebbles. 287. Yeah, that seems to be a big jump. I can't quite be sure, but it certainly seems to be a bit of a jump. So we're going to head to Rete. However, we're going to go this way because sometimes there's been bandits along this. Get the bow out in case there's bandits along this road, as there has been a couple of times in the past. They seem to have a habit of attacking people along this road. I think they were Cumans actually. Nobody here today. I've got deer and a random villager. So the path is clear today. We'll continue on in. I'm going to stop at the inn that's up at the top here to cook this meat that I'm lugging around. Horse is puffing and heaving a bit here. Oh, here's the inn. The broken wheel. Let's see if I can... There's a fire, but it's not a cooking fire. There should be a cooking fire inside the inn itself.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Wow, this is big. This is a big old place. Cook item. Horse has got the meat.
I'll be right back with that.
Ah, that's already cooked. And the roe deer hide is stolen. I think the roe deer hide is the only thing that I should probably try and sell to these guys.
I'll bring it right away.
This alehouse maid might buy that stolen. She won't buy it. I'll try and sell her some cooked roe deer meat. Good. Bit of cash back for that. What's my... 20 of those. Horse has got 120. So we'll go into town. And we'll try and sell that remaining meat to the trader. But on the way we shall whip past the huntsman and we'll grab some, hopefully a new bow, a new nice fancy powerful bow. I'll try and get the best bow I can afford and that I'm capable of wielding. Huntsman Berthold.
God be with you.
Let's trade. What's the bit? Antlers. Oh, I thought they'd be more expensive than that. Right, I would like the best bow you can sell. The yew longbow, I cannot. Ash longbow, I cannot. Elm longbow, yew hunting bow, hazel hunting bow. Okay. There. The ash hunting bow I can use. It's power of 57. What do I currently have? Villager's hazel bow. Oh yeah, I definitely sell that. And I'll buy... Can I buy this dogwood hunting bow? No. So that's the best one I think I can buy. But it's a significant improvement on what I've got. Okay, so this is the first of like the proper bows. And I'm going to go with some of these better piercing arrows as well. Let's try for, say, 30 of them. I'm really stocking up here. Okay, and then I'll sell those. Close the deal. Let's just check with the horse, because horse has got some more meat. And I'll try and sell some more meat to this guy. It's weird that I can only seem to sell 20 at a time. Ah, no. I was buying it. Crap. Remove. Remove all 18. Sell. 120. 576. So I need to buy some stuff off him to make up the difference. Let's buy a treasure map. Buy the Joy of Gutting. Might as well. Whatever it is. And I guess some more. Some more of these better piercing arrows. Let's just go for it. So there we go. I've now got 61 of these better piercing arrows. That's going to be my bread and butter now with my new bow. The other thing I'd like to do is look at buying a new sword. I don't know if I can get a better one than this shard business that I've had for all this time. I was using up a good deal of my cash, which is actually quite nice because I found it quite easy, it seems, to stock up on cash. So it's good to know that actually the items are quite expensive. And you can't just soak loads and loads of money.
I'll be with you.
So I'd like to trade, and I'd like to just check on swords. Weapons, the one I've got has 43 as its. So let's see. Oh, I can actually wield piercer or razor. Short sword, long sword. What's the one I've got? It's a short sword. So his best short sword, I can actually wield his best short sword. Minimum agility of 9. Okay. So I want his best short sword there, that one there. That does 39.55 and 2. 39.55, 2. 39.55, 2. It's about the same. It's a little bit better. So what was that? It was coxcomb. And its weight is 3.2. This one's weight is 3.7. So what I'll do is I'll sell shard and I'll buy coxcomb. So we have a new sword now. We now have a new bow and a new sword. Very well indeed. Things are looking up for old Henry here. One thing we'll look at doing, I wonder whether it's worthwhile trying to train some more short sword. Now we'll leave it for now. We're going to have to head up to Ledechko and kick off this quest, the next phase in our quest here, to find out about this man, Riki. Now might be the time to check in with old Teresa because it's daytime and it's not raining. So we might finally be able to get to take her on this walk that we've attempted about 3 times already. Where are you? Teresa? Sometimes she's out the back here, I think. Yep, there she is. Shall we walk?
What now? Shall we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? Well, let me think. I've got lots to do right now. But I'd love to go another time. Will you come and see me again?
As her ladyship commands?
You jester.
Man, it's impossible to get this girl to take you for a walk. She said she wanted to go for a walk, and I've come back about 10 times, and she just doesn't want to. She's being very tricksy. Maybe I need to improve my charm. I need to smell better and wear more noble clothes. Finery. I need more finery. So we're going to head up to Ledechko. It's getting close to dark already. Seems like it's getting close to dark. It's probably not. Oh, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. We can't be out forever. I think I'll stick to the road here. I was just going to go off road and see if we could do some hunting on our way. But I don't think I will. Follow the main road here. Should actually just take us pretty much directly around to Ledechko. That's Ledechko here. Easy trip. Okay, now we're going to ask around about old Riki. So let's stop here. And we'll check in with these. He's a villager. Tell me about Riki.
Someone they call Riki.
That's the tanner's son, Hinek.
Where can I find him?
At the tanner?
Hard to say. He's not around here much. Thank God for small blessings. You could try his folks' place.
Okay. Oh, look.
What can you tell me about this Hinek?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
Goodness, I've got lots of options here.
And does no one at all talk to him?
Oh, speech.
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing.
Okay, so I can talk to someone in the bathhouse called...
So why don't people like him?
Didn't catch her name.
The old tenor's not an easy man, but his son should never let his father down. Hinek does nothing to help. He's always far too busy with his own affairs, though I wouldn't like to say what those are.
Why do they call him Riki anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tenor, of course.
Okay. Right. So, someone at the bathhouse, apparently. I didn't catch the name. Let's just check here. Riki was seeing one of the bathhouse wenches. Doesn't say what her name was here either. Okay, well, we'll head down to the bathhouse. See if we can find the wench in question. The bathhouse is just here on the left. Baths. Right. Proprietor. Okay. Oh, actually, I might. I wonder if I should take a wash at some point.
Be a bit more careful.
Oh, what about you? Oh, private area. Okay, so it looks like the only person around us here. There's another one over here. Let's just check in with this lady.
Hey!
Villager. Oh. I think these will all be the same dialogue options. Yeah.
What's the tanner like? Hinek's father.
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly sparkling company.
Okay, so I've exhausted these dialogue options, it seems. And those guys are actually outside of the bathhouse, which is over here. So I think...
Miserable face. So stop moaning and do what you're paid for.
Jeez. Okay, well, maybe I need to use the bath services.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
To pay for a wench and everything. Bath, launder my clothes, heal my wounds. Yes.
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
But of course. Money first, though.
Certainly. Oh, yeah.
Fine. Here it is.
Can pay 30.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
So 3 hours passes. We don't actually get to see any of the carry-on here. And then it looks like it's going to be dark, so I'm probably going to have to go to the inn and get myself a bed. Because this looks like we have reached the end of the day.
What will it be then?
What do you think? Hot water and a good scrubbing.
Okay.
That's what the baths are for.
Be quiet. Let's do it quick. If anyone sees me here, it'll be all over town tomorrow.
That guy doesn't want to be in the bathhouse. Okay, so it's too dark now. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to wait till the morrow before trying to find the right person in the bathhouse. Here's the inn. Oh, it's awfully busy here tonight. Let's go in. This place is rocking. And where's the innkeeper? This guy here. I will,
I'm
please.
honoured that you should come to me.
I would like a place to sleep.
Have you got a bed for the night?
Certainly. For how long?
I might be here for a few nights, but let's just make it one for now.
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
I've got coin.
Here you go.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
What's happening around here?
You know how it is. Always something. Now I think of it. I've not seen Kunhutta here for some time. The local herbwoman. She always comes here once a week for a tankard of ale. But she ain't turned up recently. I hope nothing's happened to her. And there's more. Like Vatsek has started an archery contest here. If you want to try your luck at winning a few groschen, you should go and see him.
Oh, that could be fun.
That's not all.
Oh, goodness.
Especially at the mill. Not a week goes by without some ruckus there. But I'm wise to them troublemakers. Whenever they're planning some mischief, they're always huddled there in the corner, hatching their plots. Like yesterday, for instance.
Well, there's all sorts going on in Ledechko.
Where do I go to sleep?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end of the room on the left, there's a door leading to the chamber. Everything's prepared for you there.
And on the left. Thank you. So, we're going to call it a day here. I think it's probably time for a quick bit of food. What have we got? Nothing. Nothing really. I'm going to have to buy some food. I thought I had lots of meat, but it seems I've sold it all. We'll quickly check in with the alehouse maid and we'll buy some beer. Always goes down handily. A bread roll. And I think today we'll have a bit of cheese. Oh, let's have some lentil mash. Sounds delicious. And a bit of a couple of bretzen for the morning. And we'll plonk ourselves down at a table with these fine fellows over here. Gentlemen, mind if I join you?
Got it for you right here. As you wish.
Inventory. Let's have the beer. No, we'll start with the lentils. And then we'll take the beer. Nice chatting, gents. That was quick. Quick dinner. Into the inn. Turn left. And this is the room. So we'll sleep. That'll conclude today's efforts. We're at Ledechko finally. And we have got a few tasks to do tomorrow to try and find the wench. And then I might do this archery contest too. Apparently there's a mill somewhere. Is that the mill there? Could be the mill, not sure. But we've got a couple of things. Find Riki. We may enter this archery competition too. And see how that goes with the new bow. So, Henry, good work today. And we'll see you tomorrow.